Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, glory, and worship unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rachakodash. Double honors unto the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations unto you, Akim. All right, it's Brother
And
Yaikwad.
the brother Kasada.
Okay, and the title of this lesson will be He Will Not Leave His Servants. All right, He will not leave His servants. Um, Let me see. We can start off with Isaiah the 50. What is that? 57. 50, let me see. That's a good one. Let me see. What's that? Isaiah 59. I think it's 59. My servant shall eat. What is that? Isaiah. Let me see.
Isaiah 65:13.
He says Isaiah what?
65
Oh,
and 13.
65. Okay. And 13. Yep, you're right. Isaiah 58 is good too, but go we can go ahead. What verse?
65 and 13.
Okay, you got it.
It says, this Isaiah chapter 65 and verse 13. It says, therefore thus saith Yahweh God, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be athirst. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Yeah, man, ultimately the Lord is going to take care of his servants. All right, he's going to take care of us, man. Those who lean on him, those who believe in him, in which ultimately are the Israelites, which consist of you Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes. All right, the elect. All right, the elect of these people. The Lord is going to take care of them. All right, but how do we know who the through the Spirit? How do we know who the elect be? We don't know. That's why we call ourselves the hopeful elect. But ultimately, the elect are going to be doing the things that the Lord told them to do. All right. And no, it doesn't consist of loving everybody and everybody telling everybody that everybody's your neighbor, man. All right, we're supposed to be ushering the Heavenly Father, man. All right, and that's what the servants are doing. They're doing the will and the work of the Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah. So the Lord is taking care of them. He's going to take care of them. He's going to make sure they eat. All right, He's going to make sure they drink. He's going to make sure they have clothes and shelter. He's going to take care of them, in which He's doing that now. All right, but He's going to do it. It's really going to show forth when the time of trouble happens.
Yeah.
All right, that's when those things take place. All right, they're not going to be abandoned like the rest of you people who abandoned these men.
Right.
All right, who didn't believe in these people. All right, these ain't people the Lord is going to take care of, and the Lord is going to abandon you like you abandon Him, like you turn your back on Him.
Well, what doesn't it say? The Lord have chosen the foolish things of this world to confound the wise.
Right.
Which we go into it. That term foolish is I believe moras, if I'm not mistaken, but which means foolish and ungodly. But really, it doesn't mean that.
Mm-hmm.
You go into the root word, it's mysterion in the Greek, which means the hidden things.
Yep.
Those things that were revealed and given to the initiated and the righteous, but not being able to be understood by the wicked. That's what that word means.
Yeah.
You're right. The things that have been cloaked. Mm-hmm. That's why the scripture speaks about the veil that's upon these people.
Yep.
You know, that same veil that was upon Moses' face, where they couldn't see the face of Moses. They couldn't receive the law in their heart because of the veil, because of their lack of faith and unbelief. But Yahweh Shai, He removes the veil, and we're able to gain access to the Father. See, the veil represents the temple.
Yep.
And the temple in itself has a veil.
Mm-hmm.
But only the high priest can go on the other side of the veil. But Yahweh Shai serves instead of the veil, and to remove the veil to give us access to the Father.
Right.
You know, but to the unwise, or to the quote unquote wise, because The wise is not talking about the average nigga who talking shit to us, the average African American or so-called white man that got a couple $100,000 in their bank account. They stupid peasants. The wise is talking about the oligarchs, the scholars of this society. The people have power, influence, that have had dynasties that have lasted 400, 500, 600 years up to this date.
Yeah.
Who control, who make laws in this society.
Yeah.
We're going to confound those people, and we're confounding them as we speak.
That's right. That's right.
You know, the papacy. You know, the Islamic sheiks, scholars.
Yep.
You know, the Hindu scholars. You guys are finished.
Yep.
But we're set up to confound these people. You know?
Yep. I have a quick one.
Go ahead.
This is Psalms 34 and verse 22. All right, because we're going into a time where you're gonna see the Lord work, man. All right, and I'm not talking to the rest of these people, because we've been talking to the rest of you people for the longest, but we're talking to you Israelites that believe, man, that's truly sincere.
Yeah.
All right. Lord willing, this is a encouraging lesson, not only edifying but encouraging, man.
Lord willing.
You know, it's Psalms 34 and verse 22. It says, Yahweh redeems the soul of his servants, and none of them and none of them that trust in him shall be desolate. So he's not going to leave us in this desolate state. Right now, we're desolate, man. His land is desolate. These people are desolate. All right, but he's not going to leave us in a low state, man. We have to continue to live the way we live, man. Check to check. You know, worrying about the job, working these long hours, worrying about your family being broken apart, worrying about people leaving, all right, while you low, such as these women.
Yeah.
You know, they all out of order, just doing their own thing. The list goes on. All right, the Lord ain't gonna allow us to continue to live like this, man. You know, he's gonna redeem the souls of his servants. Yeah. He's gonna redeem us, man. He's gonna buy us back.
All right.
We're not gonna stay like this forever, man. It ain't forever. That's how you know the Lord is working with us, man. All these prophecies, all these things are taking place. All the things that we're seeing taking place on the planet Earth, that the scriptures and the Lord said that was gonna happen. These are comforting to us, man. You know?
This is Isaiah chapter 58, verse 11. It says, And Yahweh shall guide thee continually, and satisfy thy soul in drought, and make fat thy bones, and thou shalt be like a watered garden, and like a spring of water, whose waters fail not. And they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places. Thou shalt raise up the foundations of many generations. And thou, because we've been forsaken, as it seems, for many generations. Yeah. But we're going to be a people not forsaken, because Yahweh Shah is about to deliver us. It says, and thou shalt be called the repairer of the breach. Does it not say in the book of Amos, the 9th chapter? For the Lord will raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. How has that been done? That's been done as we speak right now, through this truth, through this knowledge, through the comforter that Yahweh Shah said will be sent to us. He said the comforter will be sent and teach us all things. That's how we have this access to this wisdom. Because of the Holy Spirit. All right, the Christian church doesn't have this understanding. They don't know prophecy. The testimony of the Messiah, of Yahweh Shah, is the spirit of prophecy. They don't have his name. They don't have his actual name. They're not using his holy name. That term holy means sanctified and separate. God is not holy. Allah is not holy. The holy name is Yahweh. Yahweh is not holy. The actual name is Yahweh, and his son's actual name is Yahweh Shah. What is his name and what is his son's name, if thou can tell? If thou can tell. In continuation, It says, it says, and thou shalt be called the repairer of the breach, the restorer of paths to dwell in. So we have restored the old path, the path that people mock at and scoff. You know, the path of righteousness, the path of counsel and purity. Go ahead.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, we're on the journey of what the Lord has us on, man. You know, of just trying to get through this, man. But you know, for us to, you know, get through these things, you know, the Lord knew what to say to us. It's just like talking to people or being a leader, man. You know, what the Lord is grooming us to be. You know, you gotta have the words and know what to say to be able to guide people on the right path, man. You know, and that's what the Lord is doing. And oftentimes people do need comfort. All right, the Lord is here to comfort us, man. He's not forsaking us in his hellhole, man. He's not gonna allow these heathen to keep ruling over us, man. All right, I got one. This is 1 Samuel 12 and verse 22. All right, and it goes back to what this brother was saying for the Lord, man. It says, for Yahweh will not forsake his people for his great name's sake, because it hath pleased Yahweh to make you his people. It pleases him to make us his people. Who is his people? You Israelites, man. Which consists of you Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes. This doesn't include everybody, man. This doesn't include these heathens and these other nations, bro. You know? Stop trying to add them in our blessing in the covenant with us, man. Because they can't come in. You can't get in, man. This isn't for everybody. This is for him. It pleases him for us, not for them.
Yeah. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel. That's Isaiah, the 14th chapter, in the first verse. And set them in their own land.
Mm-hmm.
That's not talking about other nations. It said Jacob and Israel. And those people over there are not Jacob. Those people over there with them small hats on the top of their head, those maniacs, those monsters, those are the biblical Edomites.
Right.
That's hijacked the birthright. That's hijacked our identity. That is a crime against humanity.
Yep.
Along with many other things they do. They're the orchestrators of the transatlantic slave trade. We're in the scriptures where it says that the Israelites will be will orchestrate the transatlantic slave trade.
Right.
Now, it's in the scriptures it says that the Israelites will go under a slave trade where they will be sold via ships. They will be transported via ships. That's Deuteronomy the 28th chapter and the 68th verse. Who did that happen to?
Yeah.
But those people with them small hats on their head, they were the one who owned the boats.
Right.
Shalaki, go ahead, bro.
I got another one. Isaiah 41 and verse 10.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
It says, fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee. Yeah.
Oh, can we start at verse 8?
Now I'll jump up to verse 8. It says, but thou, Israel, my servant Jacob, whom I have chosen.
Oh, I guess Israel is his servant.
That's right.
No, that's what it said.
That's what it said. That's what it said. And it never changed. Never changed. It says, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Thou whom I have taken from the ends of the earth and called thee from the chief men thereof.
Yeah, because we're scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. That's why we are living amongst the heathens. We're living amongst the Gentiles. We're not actual ethnic Gentiles.
Right.
All right?
And said unto thee, thou art my servant, I have chosen thee and not cast thee away. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee. Yeah, I will help thee. Yeah, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Behold, all these that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. They shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish. Yeah, man, all these nations, all these people, 2/3 of Israel, the Lord's gonna bring them down low, man. Mainly these heathens, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just throwing 2/3 of Israel in there because they been talking crazy, man. And they been doing the most. All right, and they're gonna perish right along with these heathens, man. You know? The Lord said he's not gonna let us perish, man. He's gonna help us, man. He's gonna be with us. But he says, be not dismayed, man. Be not dismayed. You know?
Can you keep going? You can read 13 and 14.
All right, gotcha.
And then I'll let you got more.
It says, for I, Yahweh, thy power, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee. Fear not thy worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith Yahweh, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel.
Right. So he's going to help the Israelites. This is specific.
Yep.
Fear not thou worm Jacob. Worm is a weak creature. It's a creature that doesn't have a defense. So the Lord compares us to worms because we don't have a military force. You know, we don't have any power in this world. The Edomites have all the power. Right. The other heathens, they have power. Mm-hmm. We don't have any nuclear weapons. We can't defend ourselves. You know, we're behind enemy lines. We're not even sovereign. We don't control our currency. You know, subject unto payments and tribute. But the Lord is telling us to fear not. Are the small hats a worm? They not worms. They have nuclear weapons. Bro, them people with them small hats on top of their head over there in what they call Palestine, that's not Palestine or Philistia. No, it's not. It's not. That's the land of Israel. Mm-hmm. All right, you can shut that shit up.
Right.
All right, and those people not even the original Philistines. Mm-hmm. Those are Arabs. Those are Arabs. That's not even the Philistines. Those are not even the Philistines. Right. Anyway, it says, "And ye men of Israel." That's not ye men of Israel don't mean other nations. Yeah. When it says ye men of Israel, that don't mean other nations. No, that means Israelites. Right. That's what I mean. If you say ye man of Israel, that's probably because it's talking about the man of Israel. That's why it says that. It says, I will help thee, saith Yahweh, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. See, they thought we could have just stopped there. Yeah. We could have. Or we could read verse 15. It says, behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth. Now we got teeth. Yeah. Now
we were a worm.
Yeah.
A worm is defenseless, man. Yeah. What is a worm, man? Anybody can pick up a worm. Dude. A worm is defenseless, man. Yeah. But the Lord said he's going to make us a new sharpened instrument.
Threshing instrument having like teeth.
The water with having teeth. We're going to be badass, man. It's going to be a problem.
It says thou shalt thresh the mountains. How do you thresh mountains?
Right.
The mountains represents the nations. Mm-hmm. I refer you to Micah the 4th chapter.
Right.
You know, it says thresh the mountains. It says and beat them small. Now we're beating mountains small. Yep. I thought we was a worm. Well, we are a worm.
Yeah.
It says and shall make the hills as chaff. Mm-hmm. And so these nations, under the leadership of Yahweh Shai, we're going to cremate these people. Mm-hmm. Basically, their kingdom and their power, their influence on the world is going to be decimated.
Yeah.
He has chosen the foolish things of this world to confound the wise. Yeah. Yeah. The hidden ones, the underdogs.
Yeah.
You know,
the so-called nobodies.
Yeah, so-called nobodies, yeah.
The so-called nobodies, the so-called bums.
The worms.
The worms, man.
These heathens look at us like we bums. They look at us like we worms. Because we are worms. Mm-hmm. But see, then we're going to thresh the mountains, though. and beat them small, and shall make the hills as chaff. Thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away, and the whirlwind shall scatter them, and thou shalt rejoice in Yahweh, and shall glory in the Holy One of Israel.
Right.
The bums, the worms, they ain't on nothing until we fan them. And the whirlwind scatter them. And a part of that is going to be via the nuclear missiles.
Right.
Which is that two-edged sword that's going to fall upon Edom and these heathens' head, because Edom created the technology, because Isaac gave Esau, Edom, the blessing to create the nuclear missiles back during the time of Genesis. Well, not in the written in the book of Genesis. This is roughly, what is that, 2500 BC? Roughly in that time period, okay? And so he gave them that power, all right? And ultimately, those missiles are going to be turned. They're going to be used to destroy America.
Right.
And Moscow is going to get hit. America going to shoot missiles on Moscow. America going to shoot missiles on China. What you think you heathens going to rise up after that? You ain't about to rise up after this. The World War III, it said they stink shall come up. You people are going to be, all them dead bodies over there in the goddamn Arabian Peninsula is about to take place.
Yeah.
Then all your armies about to be gathered over to Jehoshaphat, which is the Levant in the Arabian Peninsula. And then there you're going to meet the Son of God who you've been scoffing at.
Yeah.
And he's going to literally cremate you at the blink of an eye. I refer you to 2nd Ezra, what's that, the 15th chapter? 13th chapter, 15th chapter? Where you're going to be cremated. All your armies, all your cool toys and gadgets. Yeah. You're going to try to fight the Son of God, and he's with concentrated fire, he's just going to cremate your armies.
Yeah.
What you going to think? That's why I said they should be as chaff. And the whirlwind shall scatter them.
Yeah.
Hot pack. That Lord got a controversy with these people, man. Right. Isaiah, what's that? And we're going to wrap it up. I just wanted to grab Isaiah 34 real quick. It's Isaiah chapter 34, verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, which are the Edomites. The NATO, EU, the so-called white people. It says, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. All this, we've been lynching niggas. We put them niggas in slavery. Fuck them niggas. We'll kill them. These stupid niggas. That's what they. But what about God though? What about the judgment of God? You people. What about the nuclear missiles and the warheads? How you gonna escape that one? This time, it's time to. Again, it's time to die. It's the only thing we can tell these heathens. It's time. It's time for you to die of a thermonuclear missile.
That's right.
And you're not gonna be able to finagle yourself out of that one. All right. Let's see. Verse 6. It says, "The sword of Yahweh is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, and with the fat of kidneys of rams. For Yahweh hath a sacrifice in Bozrah." That's talking about you Edomites. Bozrah was an ancient fortress city in Edom. That's talking about America. All right, America is spiritual Bozrah now. In a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. That's not talking about in the land of Jordan. He's not prophesying, we about to go get Jordan. Jordan is nobody. The country of Jordan is a nobody. That's talking about the The Edomites don't even really live there. You got Edomites live there, but that's a Jordan. Nobody. That ain't nothing. That's talking about America.
Yep.
You know, the great slaughter is gonna be in America.
Yep.
That's why when in verse 4 it says it's speaking about as the leaf falleth from the vine and falling figs from the fig tree. That's talking about the nuclear warheads coming down on America.
That's right.
Verse 2 it says, for the indignation of Yahweh is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies.
Yeah, ain't no nation gonna be except out or exempt from the judgment of Yahweh by Shemi Yahweh Shah, man.
That's right.
The Lord has to something with all these nations, man. Every one of them. All right. Every one of them for what they've done to him and his son and to us. All right. So the Lord, he's gonna come down and he's gonna judge them. You got it, bro.
Oh, well, just to back you up, it says, and I keep reading verse 2, it says, he have utterly destroyed them. He have delivered them to the slaughter.
Yep.
The smart guys,
Yep.
the tough guy, the heathen man. Get ready to meet God.
Y'all leaving out. Y'all want us to leave this part out. Y'all want to leave this part out and skip over it, man. But it's in there.
Well, that's why the so-called white man and he's such an amazing person. Look, he's the greatest person on earth. Yeah, and inside joke. No, but the so-called white man is just him being so amazing. He took out 70% of the Bible and gave us in America, the blacks in America, a slave Bible.
Right.
Which only had 30% in the Bible, and only selected group of people were allowed to read it because most of the slaves were prohibited from reading. Isn't he just such an amazing person? He's so godly. He is so righteous. He's such an excellent human being.
Right. This is who y'all believe in.
Man, he's taking out 70% of the Bible and giving you something called the slave Bible.
Right.
Wow, he's such a righteous, great person.
Right. Not only top of that, he stole our identity.
Wow, such a great person.
Yeah.
Yeah, he stole our identity. He called us niggas and put us in slavery and gave us pig intestines to eat and raped our women, gang raped our women back in slavery, and tortured us and lynched us. And when you free now, nigga, then we got to still work on plantations and as indentured servants, sharecropping. Wow, such a righteous. He's so good. He's an excellent person.
Right.
You're going into slavery.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You Edomites are going into slavery. Yo, we ain't going into slavery yet. Yep, okay, you keep being stupid. It's 10:44. Call Holoyam Yahweh Shemi Yahweh Shai. Let's go to Isaiah the 14th chapter, since then we'll, I wrap it up. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. For Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. That's us. And the strangers shall be joined with them. The strangers are talking about the Israelite foreigners. It says, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. We're going to be one family again, all 12 tribes.
Right.
Verse 2. And the people shall take them, Lahum, which them is talking about the actual ethnic heathens. It's talking about the self-proclaimed white race, which are the Edomites, the Moabites, the Ammonites, all these heathens.
Mm-hmm.
And bring them, and it's not about skin color, by the way. Yeah, that'll fuck them up, right?
Right.
It says, and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids.
That's right.
So let's talk. Wait a minute, somebody's gonna be we're gonna be possessing people.
Right.
That's what it says.
Mm-hmm.
It says servants and what is a servant and a handmaid? That's a slave. It says, and they shall take them captives. Now people have been taken captives.
Mm-hmm.
Whose captives they were. Now, who had us in captivity?
Right.
You Arabs, you had us in captivity, didn't you? Didn't you, cousin Ishmael, my beautiful cousin Ishmael? Yes, you are.
Yep.
Yes, you are my beautiful cousin. And they put us in slavery.
Yep.
The so-called white man, he's just the greatest human being of all time. The so-called white man is so amazing.
Right.
He put us in captivity.
Mm-hmm.
And so it said we should take them captives whose captives they were. You other nations, y'all had us in captivity. Oh, these amazing, great heathens. Ooh-wee, heathens.
Right.
Mr. Heathen. It says whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
That's right.
Yeah, anything else, bro?
Nah.
All right, with that, we're going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushua, Bahasham, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to Yakin. Shalom, keep the faith.
Shalom.